And just to kind of show you what we ended up doing, so, I have a higgledy-piggledy mess going on here. I ended up... Well, hello everyone, welcome back to ZomBo Land Gaming. I am in fact ZomBo Skater, and it has been well over a month since we last played this game, and I know I am excited to get back into it. So today, we should hopefully be able to finish up with the last 4 levels that we need. So we currently just got done with level 22, and we are on level 23. Let's zoom on in here, and bam, you can see we've got this pineapple-looking shape, and ironically, this, because I have beaten the game in my little single-player world, which obviously all worlds are single-player. Great start, Nathan. Good start. So this shape right here, which if we can look into our upgrades, this actually is level 26. Technically, we are farther ahead in our upgrades than we actually are in levels. So once we get up to level 26, this is just going to be unlocked for us. We've already got plenty coming in. Like, I think if we look at our statistics, let me see. Can we look at delivered right here? That's 62 a second. I don't want to see per second. I want to see total. How do I look at total? Can we look at stored? Stored, maybe? Yeah, see, 51,000. We're only going to need 50,000, I believe. Or maybe it's 50 million. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 50,000 for our end. So either way, level 26 will be done for us by the time we get to it. Speaking of upgrades, what do we have here? Let's go ahead and upgrade our belts. Ba-bam. And today, we're going to start off with our pineapple. So I've already preset up some areas here. You can notice by my little numbers here. So 23, we are going to need 3 green belts. We're only going to make 1 full belt of each of these level items, and then just kind of let them run in the background until they store up enough for us. But we're going to do 3 green, 3 red, 2 blue, 2 red, and then we're gonna need 3 of this little upside down jellyfish looking shape here. That's gonna complete level 23 for us. Level 24 is kind of a weird looking, I believe this is the green and white little shapey deal here. Maybe, I don't remember. I put all these shapes over here, and I don't remember what it looks like. But yeah, so those are going to be the pieces we're going to need for 24, and then the pieces, oh no, 25 is the one that's basically green and white squares kind of intermixed together with 1 circle portion. So we've got all our pieces for level 25, and then, as I said, level 26 is our final upgrade shape. So we're going to get right on into it. We're going to go into a time lapse. I'm going to build level 23. We'll let it store on up, get us to level 24, build level 24, store it up, build level 25, and we will come back in between each one of the levels. So here we go. Let's get on into building these final levels and unlocking free play. Woohoo!
Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take
Okay, we're back. So, as you probably saw in the time lapse, my design, not so good, not so good, not so good. So, basically our struggle here, one, was when I copied and pasted this red dye block coming in here when I actually needed this. So that was a little bit of our struggle because we were only getting half of our red. And then the other part is down here where we've stacked our items and we're splitting them out right here to basically get double so we can kind of stack one on top of the other. And so that is causing an issue because basically our little pineapple shape here, and if we can kind of, you know what, let's just go look all the way up at the hub here. All the way up. So if you look at it, it's basically just the same shape, kind of stacked triple, and then with one this direction. So if we go all the way back down here again, you're going to see we've got our green dye, our red dye, our blue dye, and these are all basically coming in to combine depending on how we need it, and we essentially needed blue and green or yellow, right? So you've got our one shape, which is our little jellyfish shape, and I had to turn it so it was facing the right direction for me, but I basically just got bus lines coming in here. So we're kind of changing up our philosophy of how we were building before, where we were trying to be exact with our cutting and our splitting and our merging and all that sort of stuff in big, huge areas. And now I'm just, you know what? Let's just get it out in a nice, clean, efficient manner, and we can just keep adding these structures here. So we basically got a slice. So this slice of 1, 2, 3, basically 4 blocks across, and all the way up is one slice, and I can just copy and paste as needed. So if we come down through here, you can see we've got the red, and we're merging the two lines. That way they kind of get stabilized out together, and then we're just splitting it off as we need. Off this top line, we've got 3 of these coming in. The top one is basically just being used as the supply boost, right? And then these 2 lines are the ones that are being used to split and merge out. Same with the green. So we got green and the blue coming together to make light blue for our light blue dye, merging with yellow, or sorry, not yellow, with the red to make our yellow. So that's going in to paint 2 of these shapes, which we've cut out. So we've got our jellyfish shape here. So you've got the kind of little triangle-y pieces splitting out to be painted yellow, as you can see here. And then we've got the half moon shape here being split out and being used with a regular light blue dye. And then those are coming down, and we're essentially cutting these up now so we can get our corner pieces, and then we're flipping and duping around one of the light blue corner pieces and one of the little triangle-y pieces there, and then flipping it so that way we can merge them back together again. So we're getting kind of this little like part of a shuriken, and then we're merging those 2 together to get basically this shape that you see right here at the bottom, and we're turning one of those so we get our turned piece, and then leaving one straight, and then we're just merging all these together, topping them off. I mean, it's really as simple as that. If we come all the way up here back to our hub, you can see just how that works. So we've essentially got this shape here is the same shape as this one here. We've just rotated it. So it's 3 of the exact same shape, just rotated around and merged together. Right like that, see? So we've got, this is our initial shape, and we've got 1, 2 of the exact same merged on top of one that is diagonal. And all I've done is just copied and pasted, and it's not exactly very efficient. Like if we come up here and we put in a little doohickey here, I think it's got to be about 12. It's not very efficient at all. So we're getting about 15.9. That's not too bad. If we were to come down here and add maybe a couple more in, it depends on the red. Well, our red line's not so bad. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's delete this line here and delete it here. Hit V, as you can see, because I've already got a copied shape. And then we'll take this line and go yoop right up here and yoop and merge it back in with this one. And then we'll let that come all the way up, and we'll see how that goes. That might actually boost us up to our 17. All right, so in the meantime, we got some upgrades. That is tier 15 already. Let's upgrade the extraction to tier 15, cutting and rotating to tier 15, and we're getting close to mixing and painting 15. Holy crap, we are upgraded like nobody's business. Where you at? Come on, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Be some good numbers. Be like 17. Oh, yeah, look at that. Full belt. So it looks like a dang mess down here, but really not. I mean, we're copying, pasting one slice over as many as we need. That makes it super easy to get it done. And I mean, it literally fits in a much smaller space than some of these other designs we've done. I mean, look at that. Look at how wild that looks compared to that. All right, so we're gonna let that go ahead and go. Get up to our 25,000, and then we'll come back to do level 24, and woo, we're making some good progress here. Hopefully we'll get some more upgrades in the time being as well. I'll catch you on the flip side. Oh, and we're back before I could actually finish what I was doing. So level 23 is complete. We have unlocked the display. Connect a signal on the wires to layer to visualize it. P.S. Did you notice the belt reader and storage output their last red item? Try showing it on a display. So this is kind of cool. So I was working on yeah, I was gonna make this a whole lot bigger. I don't need to now. I had to come all the way over here to grab this shape again. And I was working on making these lines. Oh boy. So we are now all the way up here at level 24. And it's this weird kind of like compassy looking eyeball piece. And this is gonna unlock logic gates, which is pretty freaking dope. And that is going to be this down here. And if you hadn't noticed, so I basically created all of these in my other world, right? Which is why I already had this. I just basically took a picture with my phone and was just copying it off of my phone, which is why you probably saw me creating it top down like this. And then, of course, the same thing with 24 and 25. 25 I actually have on a piece of paper, copied down in a one-line diagram. Which is why it's going to go a little bit faster. But I guess I didn't need to actually make all of these. But as you can see, I just basically grabbed this, copied it, and then it's just a matter of worming your inputs in, right? So not that big of a deal. And actually, I can now to save on our disgusting looking piece here. Wow, 10,000 items. Okay, delete it all. Oh, that is gonna be some lag. So yeah, we'll clean this up later. We no longer need this. So now we're gonna move on to level 24, but first, let us take a look at, it said if we put some wires, so if we go right here and we go E right, we have the display that we can put right here. Actually, can we just put the display right here? And then we just need some wires, right? Like, how do we do this? How do I do? I don't know how I'm doing anything here. Let's look at the display. What does it say? Connect a signal to show it on the display. It can be a shape, color, or Boolean. Maybe we don't need to have it like that. So let's go E. Do we need our little pushy button? Is this the push button? That is a switch. Yes, so we need our little switch, right? So if we go like this, get a little bit of a wire like this, and then click it on. Does that not work? Can we delete this now? We have to, oop, wrong button. Ah, oh crap, oh no. Okay, we need that there. So then if we delete this, grab the display out again, do I just need to connect it like that? I don't know what I'm doing. How does it connect a signal to show it on the display? So that's not rotated properly. Rotate around, and then we've got our output of our switch, right? We should have a switch output. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so maybe if we go like, grab a display and R, rotate around like that. Ah, there we go. Now we're figuring it out. Okay, yes, we had to actually grab off the signal from there. So I wonder if we could do this. So if we go E and grab our signal like this, and then put our display. Can I have a display, please? Thank you. Rotate it around. Ah, okay. So we have to actually grab out of the signal here. But look at that. How cool is that? So we can actually see a little bit better what's actually on here instead of having to, like, you know, stop our track like we have been doing before. How freaking cool is that? Let's clean up our wire mess now. How awesome is that? Okay, so that is our little new thing. We've got another upgrade here. Let's grab our mixing and painting up to 15. I can't believe we're at upgrade 15. And it's time to move on to level 24. And I have the arrow pointing over here to let me know I need to grab that shape, but we can delete all that now. Goodbye. And let's move on to 24. Time lapse commence.
you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Okay, we're back for an explanation, but as you probably saw, I had to swap over to my other map, because, oh my god, I got confused on how to take my one chunk and move it over, and I think I got it worked out, but now I need to copy and paste a bunch. As you can see, we're currently only writing it 3.5 at a time. This is a disastrous mess of me trying to work this out. So, let's go ahead and grab our display, and I think we should be able to just put it right there. So as you can see, we have a bunch of layers here, and if we click on this, you can see our 4 layers here. So we've got a complete cyan layer that is the 2 squares and the 2 semicircles or quarter circles. And then we've got a flipped version, but it's white, that's going on top of that. And then we've got 2 points, 1 white, 1 red, and then we've got a full yellow tiny circle. That's all got to be stacked on top of each other. So one other thing I missed out here was this extra red line. I completely missed that I needed 4 red lines. So what we've got here is our circle coming up to the top, and it is going to be getting painted yellow, which yellow is just green and red combined, so we're combining that there. And then you can see I'm splitting it off, and this split off is going to go over to our next chunk. Same with our circle here, we're just splitting it off to go to the next chunk. So we've got our yellow circle here. Our yellow circle is going to be the very last item that we're stacking, hence it is going to the right here. So our next bit down here that we've got, we'll start all the way down at the bottom. Our final flow through is actually coming all the way down here is where we're merging it. But we've got our little what do we want to call this piece? A half circle, half square, off-centered. I freaking don't know how you want to call this piece. But we got 2 of them, right? So this one on the bottom here is getting painted with the light blue. So that is going to be this very, very first layer. And then the one up here is getting painted a white. So we've got our red combining with our green and our blue to make the white. So the white is coming right in here. So you can see the white piece is coming in here, right? So we've got our semicircle light blue is getting stacked on with the white on top of it. So we've got our white and blue piece. Like if I stop this right here, you can see white and blue piece right there. Boom. So that is that. The next layer is going to require the 2 points, right? So what we have here is we have the little jellyfish piece just because it's convenient, and we're going to chop it off, and we're going to chop off the semicircle part. So it's just coming straight across through the words. I can't word. Good grief. I've got the semicircle jellyfish piece coming across the black little tunnels. Wow. Can't word. I'm so excited. I'm so crazed right now. Coming up in here, getting cut 4 ways, so we're splitting off and we're just trashing the semicircle, and then we're having to rotate one of the points around to get it where we need. We're painting 1 red, we're painting 1 white, and you've got our blue and our yellow merged with a red right here to make our white coming back over. We're merging those together to get them back on top, and that is stacking with our cyan and white piece. And that is getting merged in with our yellow circle and then coming all the way down. Oh boy. And then it was just a matter of the tunnels here. So I've got the tunnel for these pieces coming right on the bottom to here, if you can follow my little mouse cursor. We've got our blue splitting off here. We've got our green splitting off up top to here, so on and so forth. And then it's just a matter of copying and pasting it and making it all work. And I think I should have it working now. So if I grab, I think this chunk right here, I believe I should be able to copy this. How do we want to copy this? It's right there like that. I believe that may have worked minus this piece right here. So we've got to do one of these, right? Yeah, boom. And then this is going to be the opposite way like this, and then put a little line there. I believe that should have gotten it all. Maybe, possibly. That doesn't look right here though. Why are we not? What are we missing? We're missing. That's working. That's not working. This is too far away now. Right? Boom, 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 boom. This is where things become crazy bananas. Trying to. Oh no! This needs to be over like this. grab our little line like this. And now we're working. Okay, so this part right here was changed from my last copy and paste. So now we're up to, we should be moving up a little bit. Yep, we're moving up. Whew, okay. So, yeah, so it should, I think, be maybe, what are we going to steady out at? Looks like 5.6, 5.7-ish. So I say I copy and paste this maybe 4 more times to get 12 of them, and then that should go. So what do we need here? We need 25K. All right, I'm going to copy and paste this a bunch more times, and we will be back once we are ready to move on to level 25. And we've done it, level 24. You've unlocked logic gates. You don't have to be excited about this, but it's actually super cool. With logic gates, you can now compute and or exclusive or and not operations. As a bonus on top, I also just gave you a transistor, which transistors are how you make logic gates. So, okay, cool. So yeah, so this is going to be really interesting. So this is how we're going to, in later episodes, when we start to do the randomized ones and we try to make a all-in-one machine, this is how we're going to be able to utilize that and do that. So like, we'll be able to go, hey, I want you to have this and this in order to make that shape. Or I want you to be this or this, either or will actually make this shape. It's going to be amazing. So we'll get into this probably in the next episode. We're not going to actually kind of cover this because we're running out of time. We've done a lot this episode, and we still got 2 more levels to go. This is going to be a very long episode. But needless to say, logic gates, excellent. Like I said, next episode. Tutorial available. There's a tutorial video. Cool. Okay. Wow. Whoa, we're going to YouTube. I didn't want to go to YouTube. Back out. Okay. Whew. So that is that. So that was level 24, and I actually copied and pasted, and then I had to worm all of these lines from all over the place to get that second line up. So we're actually getting technically more than 17.4 a second. Because I had some mistakes down here where these lines were going backwards, so we weren't getting 2 of our chunks actually going. But now we can actually erase all this to make some space. So that is level 24, and level 25 is down here. And as we can see from this shape, it's actually fairly simple, oddly enough. We've just got 2 green half square kind of sections, along with another one of these half circle, half square pieces. So just white and green is all we're gonna need. So we've got all our stuff down here, and I don't have a chunk loaded kind of piece like this. I don't have a chunk I'm gonna make. I'm actually gonna make this the old school way because it's a fairly simple, straightforward one. And in the meantime, though, let's go on to level 16. Wow, level 17s? Hoo-wee! What a bunch of upgrading. Wow, we're almost up to 10. Oh, if we can get the speed 10, I don't know if I'm going to care about upgrading after we get the speed 10, because that's just a perfect round amount for me to be able to do all of my stuff and things. Right now, it's very awkward when you're trying to do the maths and your cutters are like 4.39, but your belts are 17.79. It's just awkward. So, okay, let's get on with the time lapse for 25. I'm going to clean all this up first so we actually have some space. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bottom part out so we can worm this up this way. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to leave this hoobledy-doobledy mess down here. And I think now we can also just go ahead and delete this because we don't need this anymore. Confirm. Okay. Time lapse commence for level 25. Okay, we've got some fixing to do. So I tried my best to come up with a chunk version of this, and as you can tell, it is a mess. So it's working, but it's a mess. And we've got to add more chunks. I basically just added this second chunk here. So what we've got here is 3 of these half square, half circle pieces coming up, because we need 3 of them. One's going to be white, 2 of them are going to be green. And so we've got the 2 that are going to be green have been flippity flooped, and then the one that is white is just the regular way that it currently is. And then we've got 2 of our greens coming across here, and then we've got our blue, red, and green coming across to make our 1 white that we need. So the white is coming straight in, painting, and then coming down. So we got our white piece, right? And so then we've got our greens. We got our 2 green pieces being painted. And what is going on? Right? Yeah. Oh, I'm instantly cutting it. I was like, what is going on here? So yeah, so we've got our green coming across, painting that, right? So then what we have to do is we have to cut these 2 green ones, because all we need is the squares off of them. So we're cutting it into the fourths, getting rid of the circle portions, recombining the 2 green pieces, and then on one of them, which I should have done this one, that was where my problem lied, is we should have taken this one and inverted it so the squares were on the top left, bottom right corners instead, and vice versa. But we made this work, right? So we've essentially got one is just coming straight out, and that is getting combined down here on this last step. But it kind of works in a way, right? So we got our white is being stacked below the flippity floopity green half square. So we've got these 2 green squares that are recombining and then being turned, so it's top left, top right instead, being combined. So your squares are stacking on, the green squares are stacking on top of the white squares. That's the point there. And then we're just combining it back again. And I had to get squirrely with it because I needed to stack the white green shape on top of the final green squares in order to get our shape right here. So this is our final piece. So I had to kind of worm it underneath and across to be stacked so it's on the proper side, and we got our piece out. But then what I forgot is I had I didn't split any of it out, so I wasn't going to be able to get all of our shapes over to the next chunk, because I'm a Doomkampf, and now I basically don't have the ability to get. So I'm gonna have to rework this whole entire section right here in order to get it all split out properly, because I brain no work. Currently we're sitting at 4.4 a second coming out, but we do have our shape coming into the hub. And we're only at 830. So I just wanted to show you how this basically works. Like I said, it is 3 sets of the half circle, half squares, painting 1 set green, or 2 sets green, 1 set white. You're cutting up the green ones, so all you get is the squares, recombining the squares, rotating one of that square set, combining the rotated square set on top of the white, and then you're combining that whole thing with the final cut of the green squares and getting our piece out. So I'm gonna fix this while we're waiting. Not gonna time lapse this part or anything, just like I haven't with the other ones. And then hopefully here in a little bit, we'll be up to 25. And what's gonna be amazing is we're gonna unlock virtual processing, but then instantly, because we've already got level 26 done, which we will see that level 26 is the next part. Level 26 is this right here, the final piece of the upgrades, which, speaking of which, we have, boom, another upgrade. Then we are basically gonna be done with the game, right? Level 26 unlocks free play, which is technically the end of the game. Everything will be unlocked at that point, with the exception of the 1,000 levels of upgrades. But from this point on, everything becomes free play. So I'm gonna fix this, get us complete with level 25, show what 25 and 26 have to offer, and then that is gonna be an episode. And holy crap, has it been a long episode. I've been recording for 2.5 hours already. Anyway, see you guys once we are up complete. And there we have it. We have completed levels 25 and 26. You did it! You unlocked the free play mode! This means that shapes are now randomly generated. Since the hub will require a throughput from now on, I highly recommend to build a machine which automatically delivers the requested shapes. The hub outputs the requested shape on the wires layer, so all you have to do is to analyze it and automatically configure your factory based on that. So in levels upcoming, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from this game now because I have so many other games I need to play, but when we come back, which won't be very long because I freaking love this game, we are going to come back and we are going to build a all-in-one machine. And as you can see, we've already got a pretty weird looking shape down here for level 27. But let's go ahead and do some upgrades real fast. What are we at? 17, 17, 17. Boom, boom. Wow, we are up to 18 now, getting closer to that speed of 10. And just to kind of show you what we ended up doing. So, I have a higgledy-piggledy mess going on here. I ended up having to bring the green and white dyes down below and bringing them back up, and it was a mess. But hey, we got it done with 17.8 on the belt, so we are now done with the base game. And as you can see, if we hit E, we now have all of these various different shapes: transistors, comparators, shape analyzers, virtual cutters, and gates, all these different things that most likely our next episode is going to be just focusing on the logic gate side of things, which actually, did I put up here? I don't believe I did, right? I did not put up here anything to do with logic gates. So next episode, we are going to cover all of the wiring kind of stuff and things. And then following that, hopefully, we will be able to come up with a nice all-in-one machine to deliver everything possible that we ever will need to the hub in a pretty awesome manner. Not to mention, now that we are at a higher belt speed here, 17.99 items a second, wow, we're getting there. I mean, look at that. We're pushing 18 on some of these belts. Oh, so now it's just a matter of, can we achieve all 1,000 levels of upgrades, make an all-in-one machine, and then just go from there. So we're technically complete with the game. We've got mods we need to look at. Shapes IO number 2 is going to be coming out soon. We've got so many things. There's so many exciting stuff and things coming up. But oh boy, that was a little over 3 hours of recording to go through 4 levels. Thankfully, level 26 was already complete for us. But we are done. We are done. I can't believe it. It's so awesome. It's been a while since I've actually completed a game. So we've got some Steam achievements we need to get. And like I said, the all-in-one machine and dealing with logic gates. So that'll be coming up. I very much thank everyone for tuning in to this series so far. It has been awesome. The support, the comments, the ideas. Speaking of which, somebody made an idea for one of my other videos, so I need to get working on that. I've got so many things that I need to work on, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode and all the time lapses and got some ideas for how to build the factories that you want to build. And like I said, any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to see other people's build ideas, other people's tips and tricks, especially now that we are done. There's no spoilers or anything for me now. It is done. Definitely leave comments below, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you really want to see more of this content, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.